Okay, so gadget for today. This is something I've actually had for probably almost 2 years. It's called an ArcDroid, and it is basically a little robot that will hold your plasma torch for you. You see behind there I got a plasma cutter, and I actually had this table built by a place where my foster brother worked, and the machine that I bought to do plasma cutting I actually bought 15 years ago and never got around to actually building the whole machine. This is going to be a water table, and I don't have water in it now, but this tank down here with some air pressure and the wizardry of some solenoid valves, I'm going to be able to actually pump water up into the table without an actual pump. Well, technically my air compressor is a pump, but it's going to basically pressurize this tank, and with the solenoid valves it's either going to be able to put air pressure in above the water level, causing the water to go out this tube here and up into the tank and fill it up. And then there's another solenoid there that it can actually vent to the atmosphere. So with those two valves and a little controller, you'll be able to actually control the level of the water in here. And the whole reason to do that is to keep the surface level down so it doesn't evaporate and cause all kinds of additional rust. But anyway, back to the ArcDroid. So this has a little controller in here, and I need to cut a piece. I've cut a couple test pieces and made a few mistakes. So this is our new cut. I'm going to run it here in a second or so. But basically what this will do is move this arm around and be able to control the speed. It'll go down and actually touch the metal and then create what they call a piercing. And you can see here in the file, I can zoom in on it, and it's showing here how when it goes in to make the bottom of this cut, it's going to do a lead in here so that when it actually goes, you won't actually see the piercing within your material. And so I don't know exactly what I did there, but it's not bringing it back. This is kind of a different kind of, there we go. I hit the wrong button. Okay. Yeah, you can flip the screen around to change the orientation, and that's kind of what I did. So I'm going to zoom in here and basically run this file. So I need to turn the torch on. This means we're actually going to command the torch. So there's a little wire that goes from the ArcDroid over to the plasma cutter, and it's basically the same thing as if I were to pull this trigger here, it would actually start doing it as if I was hand holding it. So the ArcDroid really is controlling the plasma torch and the movement of the torch way better than you can do it by hand. So let's cut some metal. So I simply just go in here and tell it to run. And it's going to go. It's going to be a little loud. So it uses compressed air too. And that quickly it's done. So this is a piece of stainless, and of course it's very hot right now, so I'm not going to pick it up. But as you can see here, it's a little bit warped because of all the heat, but it cut that shape out. And here's a little bit of marks where it came in, so I probably could change the lead in, but this is the first time I've cut it out of stainless steel, so there's some changes I need to make. But that's a pretty cool little gadget. Like I said, I bought this about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and had some health issues, and that has taken a lot of my time. But I actually bought part of this machine 15 years ago and never got around to actually using it. But I think for some of the projects I want to do, it's going to be pretty awesome to have.